I'm really super confused by anyone acting like anything has changed with Steve Bannon saying that Donald Trump wants a third term. I'm pretty sure we all knew that, and I'm pretty sure I have been saying since Election Day that he was going to try to be a dictator, he was going to try to not leave office, and he was going to do everything that he could to stay in power and test every check and balance of America. So I'm glad to see that other people are saying it too. I just saw Jon Stewart saying it the other day. Like, nobody builds a $200 million ballroom if they're planning to leave. That being said, y'all, once again, this is not how it works. He would need a constitutional amendment, and elections are run by states. There's no way for him to compel people to put him on the ballot. It's just not how it works. And something more about elections, right? All I get on here are questions about if Donald Trump's going to stop elections. Is he going to stop elections? There are elections going on all around this country right now. And I really, really think that Americans need to start paying attention to all of the elections that are going on locally and getting involved in local government. Because again, it's the millions of individual Americans that put on our elections that are going to stop the president. Talking about 2026 at this point is ridiculous when we don't even know what's happening next week. But what we do know is that elections are going on all over the country. There was just one in Virginia this week. So figure out your local politics and go start getting involved, especially if you're worried about what's going on in the country right now. Americans, especially white Americans, have basically abdicated all of our civil responsibility. And that's why we have a dictator in the White House right now. So it's a good time for us to start working on it. I'm Daniela, scholar of cults, extreme groups, and extremely bad leadership. I've written a book called Uncultured about growing up in the Children of God religious cult and then going into the cult of the U.S. Army. Yeah, this is all very familiar to me now that we have Christian extremists running the White House. You can get signed copies of Uncultured attached here or listen to me read it to you anywhere you get your audiobooks. I've written a second book, The Culting of America. That's my research book, very relevant to MAGA and what is going on right now. It comes out January 20th, and you can get signed copies in the bundles or unsigned copies attached here on pre-sale.